Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of Cassandra Nova, one of the most complex characters in the X-Men universe. As the twin sister of Charles Xavier, her powers and twisted ambitions make her a formidable and fascinating villain. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. Your support really helps us keep bringing you awesome content. Origins of Cassandra Nova. Cassandra Nova's story begins alongside Charles Xavier's. She started as a disembodied spirit, which eventually took on a physical form in Xavier's mother's womb while he was still being conceived. Once she had gained enough strength, she attempted to kill her twin brother. However, Xavier fought back with his psychic powers, leading to Cassandra's physical form being aborted. But the destruction of her body was not enough to extinguish her spirit, which persisted. Swearing revenge against her twin brother, Cassandra Nova eventually reconstituted her physical form. Her hatred for mutants grew, and she became determined to obliterate Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence. This drive led her to orchestrate one of the most brutal massacres in the history of Homo Superior. Cassandra's relentless pursuit of her goals and her complex relationship with Xavier make her one of the most formidable and intriguing villains in the Marvel Universe. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into her dark and fascinating story. First appearance and creators of Cassandra Nova. Cassandra Nova made her debut in the pages of New X-Men number 114, originally published in July 2001. The character was co-created by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely, who were at the helm of the X-Men during that period and were preparing a series of major changes to the X-Men status quo. Cassandra quickly became one of the central villains in the X-Men universe, gaining significant prominence in the Riot at Xavier's storyline. After numerous twists and turns, she solidified her role as a key player in mutant stories and remains a prominent figure in the current era of Krakoa, despite her bloody and grotesque past. Powers. Cassandra Nova possesses telepathy on par with Charles Xavier. After copying her brother's DNA, she accessed the full spectrum of latent mutant functions within his genome, granting herself vast powers. These include telepathy, telekinesis, and the ability to project an astral form, where she focuses her psychic abilities. Additionally, she has all the abilities of a standard Mudamry, allowing her to copy the DNA of sentient beings and use it to create physical bodies. She can also tap into the full range of latent mutant functions within her own genome. Furthermore, Cassandra has the power to manipulate other people's DNA, breaking it down at the molecular level. Twin sister or Mudamry. While many refer to Cassandra Nova as Professor X's twin sister, this isn't entirely accurate. Cassandra originally appeared not as a flesh and blood person, but as a disembodied spirit that needed to feed off Xavier in the womb in order to develop her own physical form. As discovered by Jean Grey, Cassandra is actually an entity known to the Shi'ar as a Mudamry, which roughly translates to opposite. Also known as the anti-ego, Mudamry exist on the astral plane and are born alongside every person in the world. However, Cassandra is one of the few who manage to manifest a physical body. Hatred for mutants. One of Cassandra Nova's first monumental actions is when she decides to exterminate all the inhabitants of Genosha, which had become something of a utopian paradise for mutants. In doing so, she uses Sentinels to orchestrate the largest massacre in the history of Homo Superior. Part of her hatred for the mutant race stems from her desire for revenge against her twin brother, Charles Xavier. It's not that she necessarily despises the mutant race and its significance to humanity, but she is determined to destroy Xavier's dream, even if it means annihilating thousands of people, including children. This brutality earned her the hatred and contempt of several mutant leaders, such as Emma Frost and Cyclops. Defeated. After defeating everyone in her path, Cassandra visited the Cerebra system. She attempted to use Cerebra to access the minds of all mutants on Earth, but Charles Xavier's mind was prepared for her, a precaution set up by Jean Grey, and he forced her out of his body. Disfigured and without life support, the Mudamry saw a chance for victory when Emma Frost brought her original body to her, supposedly in exchange for her own life and her students, the Cuckoos. Of course, it was all a trap devised by Emma, and Cassandra was ultimately deceived and ended up trapped inside an alien sponge. The machine of hatred. In X-Men Red, Cassandra Nova made a return, now targeting her most formidable adversary, Jean Grey. While Jean was working to build a mutant nation, Nova aimed to destroy her dream and eradicate all mutant life. To achieve this, she once again turned to Sentinel technology. Nova refined Nano Sentinels into microscopic robots that could attach to the human brain, allowing their host to detect mutant life and incite fear and hatred upon detection. Nova infected world leaders with these Nano Sentinels. Under the influence of these leaders and lacking self-control, nations began to hunt and kill mutants. Nova was ultimately defeated when Jean installed a reprogrammed Nano Sentinel in her mind, making her experience empathy for the first time in her life. Cassandra was instantly overwhelmed with guilt for her actions. Infecting the X-Men. Remember when Cassandra Nova destroyed Genosha with Sentinel robots? That was just the first part of a two-pronged Sentinel scheme to wipe out mutants. Before being captured by the X-Men after the Genosha massacre, Nova injected herself with millions of Nano Sentinels. Once she arrived at Xavier's Institute, she unleashed the Nano Sentinels, which acted like a virus. Mutants, even those as powerful as Jean Grey, experienced flu-like symptoms as the Nano Sentinels ravaged their immune systems. Nova then incited the Shi'ar to attempt to preserve the universe by eradicating the weakened X-Men and the so-called Thought Plague. Genosha. During her debut arc in the comics, Cassandra Nova set out to destroy mutants in the most efficient way possible. She began by committing an atrocity unlike any other villain the X-Men had faced. After manipulating Bolivar Trask's nephew to obtain his DNA, Nova sent Sentinels to obliterate the mutant sanctuary on the island of Genosha. In doing so, she single-handedly killed 16 million mutants, just over half of the global mutant population. For Nova, it was no different from eliminating a virus, viewing mutants as the harmful germ to be eradicated. Phoenix. In the alternate universe of X-Men, The End, Cassandra Nova continued to prove why she is one of the most powerful and dangerous threats in X-Men history, becoming the host of the Phoenix Force with the intention of annihilating all life on Earth. Despite her numerical advantage and powers, the X-Men and the Shi'ar Imperial Guard struggle to defeat her. Jan, who also possesses part of the Phoenix Force, along with Psylocke, are the only ones capable of stopping Nova, but not before she kills the Imperial Guard, including Gladiator, and several X-Men, including Storm and Crystal. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed diving into the complex and intriguing world of Cassandra Nova. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content on your favorite superheroes and villains. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Cassandra Nova or any other characters you'd like us to explore next. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Catch you in the next video.